Hello, my friends, and welcome into my Makeup Love office. I am here today with a fun new series. First of all, I got to apologize for my voice. I am just getting over a cold and I sound really scratchy, so bear with me today. But happy March. Today is March 1st, and for March, I thought I would do something really kind of fun and unusual for a series. So, in March, we do the whole St. Patrick's Day, leprechauns, rainbows, and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I thought it would be fun to go with that rainbow theme and do some eyeshadow looks. Now, in the past for St. Patrick's Day, I've done lots of green eyeshadow looks, but I've never done the other colors of the rainbow. And I thought, what if I did a video for each color of the rainbow? So today we're gonna start with red. I know, red eyeshadow? I think the red, orange, yellow is going to be a real challenge. Once we get to the green, blue, indigo, violet, I think it'll be a lot easier. But boy, these first three have me a little nervous. So I've picked out some colors that are as close to red as I can get from my palette to choose from today. So let's see what we can create. Here are the colors I'm going to use. First, I've got this rosy. It is a red, but it's kind of a red violet. Then I've got a shimmer to go with it. It's a little bit lighter. And then to balance it out, I've got this shimmery gray shade because I think we're going to need to do a lot of balancing with that really dark reddish tone that I'm going to start with. These are not colors that I wear very often. I will be the first to admit, but let's see what we can do with it. So I'm going to start out with a little bit of eye primer since these are powder shadows and I don't have any liquid or cream eyeshadow already on as like my base. I'm going to start out with a good coating of eye primer. All right, let's start out. Believe it or not, I'm going to kind of do this in reverse. I usually start out with like my first all over the lid color, but instead today I'm going to start with this darkest color, and I'm going to start with this short little stubby brush. Okay, I'm going to tap on some of that color and then give it a good tap off so I don't have any loose powder hanging around. What I'm going to do is go in right here slightly above the crease because I have slightly hooded eyes. I'm going to go right in here and I'm going to do a little windshield wiper move. Okay. And then I'm going to come around the side and kind of extend it down towards my lashes. Almost in a sideways V kind of or a C kind of a shape. Okay, let's do the same over here. Now, if you're wondering why I use that primer to begin with, that primer is slightly tacky. So it is really allowing this powder to stick on my eyelid. It is not going to migrate off of there and end up like under here. You ever use a powder eyeshadow and you end up with little flecks of it underneath here and you end up with little sparklies and you're like, oh gosh, got to get rid of those. That's not going to happen with this primer. I notice it doesn't happen a lot with the unique eyeshadows anyway, just because of the way they're made. The consistency of them, but this primer really does its job. All right, next I'm going to use this shimmer shade that's also kind of in a rosy tone, and I'm going to use this fluffy crease brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of that color, and again, I'm going to get off any excess. I'm going to go right here in the center of my lid. Just apply a little bit of that shimmer. Kind of filling in the hole right there. Okay. Same thing on the other side. Oh, sorry. I do that without even thinking about it. Let me get up here so you can see a little bit better. Just going to put that right there in the center. So there's no gap in there. Now I know this looks super intense and you're like, holy cow. Don't worry, we're going to tone that down. First thing I'm going to do is take this nice big clean fluffy brush And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to blend. And that immediately is going to take some of the intensity away as I blend this out, because I want it to kind of just naturally disappear as it goes up my eye. There we go. All right, and now I'm going to take this flat brush. Oops, wrong flat brush. Here we go. And I'm going to use that grayish shimmery color. Going to grab a little bit of that. And that's going to go right here on the inner corner of my eye. To really balance out that intensity. All right, and now let's go back with that big fluffy brush again, and let's really blend that out, because that's going to really help take away a little bit of the darkness that you see with that red. There we go. All right, now I'm going to put just a tiny line of this brown pencil liner underneath my lower lashes, just a bit, just enough so that if you notice, my lower lashes, are practically non-existent. And right now it looks like really bare down here. And I am going to be putting mascara on, which is going to help, but I'm going to use this brown. Just to darken things up underneath a little bit. Now, see what a difference that made? Balancing out that heavier top color. That top lid was so intense with that red. The problem is if I use anything in the reddish tones underneath my lower lashes right there, which I could have used like this color and used a tiny brush and done that underneath my eyes. The problem is when I do that, I feel like it looks like I've got pink eye or conjunctivitis. It just is a terrible look. I don't know if it's true for everybody or if it's just me, but anytime I've ever tried that, it looks awful. So I'm gonna stick to brown because I think that's gonna give me a much better look. All right, now, a little more adjustment there. All right, now let's get some mascara going. And hopefully I can do this so you can see and I can see at the same time. This is the Quadra mascara. And I can tell you the names of the eyeshadows I used, although they may be old colors, they could be retired colors. I just picked something in the rosy red tones. I'm sure in your kit you probably have something similar if you want to try and duplicate this look. And I'm sure if you get on the Unique website, you can find something comparable. It may not be the exact same colors, but I'm sure you can find something pretty close. I've been doing this for 7 years, so I've got quite a collection of colors. And I will list these in the description as well. But don't get too hung up if you can't find the exact color. Because I'm sure you can find something that's pretty close. All right, let's get those lower lashes just a bit. And if you'll notice, I kept the rest of my look today very neutral. I went with a very neutral lip, very neutral blush. I wanted my eyes to take center stage. I didn't want anything competing with that. All right, so there we go. Let's take the headband out, fluff the hair back out to give you the full effect. And I went with a very neutral shirt today because I didn't want, you know, anything to be a big clash with that color. So there we go. There is the final look. You know, I actually kind of like it. I do think it's something I probably wouldn't wear for normally every day. I would probably save this for a special occasion, but I don't think it's too bad. Especially because I am a glasses wearer. So I usually have to go a bit heavier with my eye makeup anyway to make sure that it's able to be seen, that you still get the full effect behind my lenses. So I think when I put my glasses on, it looks much better. And I do have on red glasses today, so I guess that looks, you know, looks pretty good with it. But there is my take on red eyeshadow for Rainbow Month of Eyeshadows. All right, if you enjoyed this tutorial, I hope that you will give me a like, a share, hit that bell so that you know next time I have a new video out, you'll get notified. As always, I appreciate you being here. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And as always, until next time, see ya.